These clients came to us in a pretty strong position, but they were getting smashed with tax bills and didn't know what they could do. They figured there must have been a better way, but they really didn't know where to get started. And because they were super time poor, money was one of these things that kept slipping down their to-do list for a tomorrow that never seemed to come around. These guys put some moves into place that created a 50K annual upside. So I wanted to unpack what they did so that you can learn. So this was a couple in their early 40s. They had a combined household income of 360K, saving $5 grand a month. They had a home, had about $1 million of equity in it, and 450K in cash savings. They were frustrated by the fact that they had no real investments outside of their home, and they felt like they were saving strongly, but they knew that there was more potential there. Money feel like this really confusing area that they were super smart and super switched on with their careers, but it just seemed like a foreign language that they couldn't seem to get right. After going through the planning process, what they chose to do was to follow a debt recycling strategy where they cleared out $400,000 of their mortgage, made it into tax deductible, creating some nice tax deductions and building a nice investment portfolio at the same time. And on top of that, they used their equity to purchase an investment property so that they got some further tax benefits as well as some growth upside on the property. The annual upside was over $50,000 in the first year, and they were super pumped. But when we got into it, that these guys had actually been in conversation with us for a 4-year period where they'd reach out, then work would get busy, life would get busy, family would get busy, and they kept putting it off. So when they ultimately did it, they started doing the sums and realized that that 50 grand a year is something they could have been getting for 4 additional years. So they missed out on 200K. Actually, the reality is worse than that though, because it's not just the 200K that they missed out on, but how much that 200K would have grown from the time that they're 40 until the time that they're 65, where it could have been bubbling away a much, much higher price point. That's why money is one of these things that it's important, but not urgent. You need to make it urgent so that you can take full advantage and actually achieve your financial potential.